Good morning, dudes. How is it going? I want to do something a little different today. Of course, 6.84 got announced. It's not in the game yet, but there's still a lot of questions that people are currently asking. And I'm pretty sure that IceFrog is asking, because things keep changing in the test client quite frequently. So what I thought we could do is, I prepared this little game for you with all kinds of possible scenarios. And we're just gonna go through some of the most frequently asked questions, and then, hopefully that's gonna help you a bit and get you a little bit into the theme of 6.84, which of course is a very different patch from everything we have seen so far. I like it, but anyway, let's not get into that. So something a lot of people have, of course, seen and heard about is Hybrid and Nakes. So Nakes gains this new ability, Assimilate. I can go up to somebody and eat them. So for example, if I go down here, I can go ahead and eat one of these meepos. Pew. Right, I got him now. I can also get rid of him. Goodbye, meepo. So that's pretty cool, right? Now, of course, I can eat somebody and then jump into somebody else. Got a bit of a bomb going on now. Now I somehow need to gain access to that. Where is he? There he is. Oh shit! I was actually slightly worried. I lost my life stealer there for a second. Yeah, this is all a little weird, right? Okay, so I got my Nyx back. Fantastic. But you can do this, right? Now, what's interesting about this is, of course, Morphling has this ability Hybrid, which allows you to replicate a hero and gain access to all of their abilities apart from the ultimate. Now, there have been videos already showing this, that you can hybrid somebody and then eat people. Now, I have to admit, I can't replicate this. And I'm playing, of course, like on the most recent patch, and there have been a lot of patches since they have been announced, like 5 or 6 of them, and like changes all over the place, bug fixes, the craziest stuff. But what you can basically do is you go in here and you replicate them, right, and then you gain access to his abilities. Now the thing is though, like I can't cast Assimilate, right? Like I can't use this ability, and this is true for all abilities that are this way. So for example, Nyx also has Burrow, right? He gains Burrow. I can cast this, go into the ground. That is also an ability I cannot use while hybrided, because it counts as part of his ultimate, right? I can't activate Burrow. It doesn't work. Now, I wonder if that's a bug, right? Because we have all seen the clips of Lifestealer basically doing, well, this, jumping into like a Barafoom, and then the Barafoom charges across the map, and then you pop out and you have this super bomb with the Morphling, of course. And I did this yesterday, right? I tried this yesterday. It just simply doesn't work anymore. So I'm pretty sure it was originally just a bug and they fixed it now. So I feel like that's very important to keep in mind. Now, something I personally want to try is, let's activate a Lotus Orb. In case you don't know what a Lotus Orb does, but it reflects any spells cast at the user. So let me just give you an example of this, right? Like I'll cast the Lotus Orb on myself and then use the Bane to brain sap this Nyx, which then results in barely anything, because like I return the brain sap. I guess that was a bad example. Let me just try this again. Let's nightmare him, and now both of us are nightmared. Right, that's how this works. It's actually really interesting. Now, something that is funny though is the way Lincolns works, of course, with Barafoom, is if you charge somebody and they have Lincolns, it gets cancelled immediately. Now I wonder what happens if I do this and then I charge him. Oh, come on, that's funny now, isn't it? I'm sorry, I think that's hilarious. Now, there are a lot of other things that we can also do with the Lotus Orb. So something I've got set up right here is the duel. Of course, I currently carry an Aghanim's on this, so... no, actually, we do want that Aghanim's. So let me go ahead and duel this Nyx Assassin, okay? But activate the Lotus Orb first. I'm also going to skill this, so I actually make sure I win the duel, right? I want to win the duel. Now, in theory, if you duel somebody, right, and you kill them, then you get one duel victory damage bonus. But if he has the Lotus Orb active, then it gets recast on me, and do we have 2 duels then? That's the question I'm asking. And we're gonna figure that out right now. As you can see, we got 2 animations, right? Twice the versus, and let's actually go ahead and help with this. Double winner, and we gained twice the duel damage. So that's pretty cute, right? I kind of want my nukes back though. It's a little tricky. You can only spawn so many enemies. So I'll just get that guy to come down here. But yeah, so that's something cool you can do. Other cool things. For example, we have... let me actually just show off the Lotus Orb in general, right? So if I cast a Lotus Orb again, and then I cast a Laguna Blade, for example, take the damage, right? That is a lot of damage. I should probably make this a bit quieter. Allow me to do that right now. I'm sorry, I did not realize how loud that was. Really sorry about that. Yeah, okay, that should be better now. Okay, but it reflects it back to the user. Now, something people have been asking, what happens if I cast a Blade Mail on top of that? Well, let's try that. I activate the Blade Mail, do this. There she goes. So that's pretty neat, right? If it returns it twice. That's insane. Now, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens if I do that and then have another Blade Mail active on the Luna. So let me go ahead and refresh this really quick. I don't want to lose my... Oh, my Lina. I don't want to lose my Lina again. But yeah, okay. So, I'll... by the way, just so everybody's on the same page here, but you cannot return Blade Mail damage, right? Blade Mail damage is not returnable. You cannot Blade Mail damage. It just doesn't work that way. Okay, let me send you down here. I need you. Okay, let me just try this though. We saw if I do this... This is how... I didn't actually skill my ultimate yet. This is how much damage I take, right? Let's refresh this. If I do this and this is how much damage. Okay, cool. Let's refresh this again. Now let's activate the Blade Mail on her. So we do this. Blade Mail here. Now he takes twice the damage. So that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. You can turn that around and like nuke them twice if you're willing to take the damage for it. So that's pretty neat. Now, of course, this is where it's gonna be a little bit weird, but I can activate this and this and this and this, and now both take twice the damage. So that's interesting, right? I think that's really cool. Okay, let's refresh this again. Now, another thing that was added in the new patch is for these 3 heroes, there has been a damage reduction effect. And I kind of feel like showing this off. So let me go ahead and Laguna Blade this guy first. So that's how much damage he takes if I Laguna Blade him. Now, let's activate his ultimate, which now reduces damage by 80%. That is significant, right? That is a huge reduction. Let's try the same with the Nyx Assassin. His Burrow reduces damage by 40%. Okay. Burrow. I really hope I can still cast this. Ah, she doesn't have vision. Okay, let me... Okay, now she can. Phew. So it's not as significant, but it's still pretty strong. Now, Centaur is the big one, right? Everybody's talking about Centaur's new Aghanim's effect because it's definitely really good. Right, I wouldn't say broken yet, but it's definitely really good. Now, let me show you how much of a difference this actually makes. This is how much it deals without Aghanim. So let's activate this. That is pretty significant, considering it's on your entire team, on top of everything else they get. That is a strong ability. That is really scary. So, yeah. That's gonna be fun. Okay, so I've got something a little different down here, though. So where's my Meepo? Okay. Now, Spell Steal. I really hope this actually still works. I didn't test this again. Sorry. But Spell Steal, of course, is a little weird. Because if you cast it on somebody, it's a single target ability. It can get blocked by Lincolns. So in theory, it should be returned by the Lotus Orb. Right? But then the last ability, the Ruby cast, is Spell Steal. So do I just get Spell Steal? Well, that's gonna be the question, right? That's... Pew. Oh. I didn't cast an ability yet. Didn't know you had to do that. Okay. Doesn't work. This was a bug that existed for a little while, where each Meepo then got Spell Steal. So that was kind of fun, I guess. Doesn't work that way anymore, but I know, I just felt like showing that off a little bit. Now, let me go ahead and get Alina. Yeah, thank you. We want some stunts. So, now Oracle's ultimate has also been changed, right? Instead of instead of going invisible, you now get purged out of the stun every single time the stun hits. So, for as long as the ultimate is active. So let me just show you how this worked before. You cast this, right? Stunned, pew, out of the stun, and they can't take any damage anymore. Now this is where it's gonna get interesting though. Let me go ahead and queue up a few stuns on this guy, right? Cast the ultimate. I can't just freely walk, right? I get stunned, but I still get purged out of it all the time. And sorry, we lost the techies. I kind of needed that guy actually. Shit. Oops. Oh well. But that's a really cool ability. So you get hit by the stun, right? You kind of still get a mini stun, but you get purged out of it immediately, which I think is really neat. I guess something we should also show off is Nyx's Assassin, how all of his new abilities work. So before he burrows, right, like this all gets a little more powerful, so you get more impale range, more mana burn range. I actually kind of just want to show what the range increase is. So this is how much range you usually have. I can't hit. If I cast this, it hits. So that's quite a lot, right? I can't mana burn from here, so this is how close I usually need to be to mana burn. And I think this should be it. Yeah, you can mana burn from here now. So that's about the range. On top of that, the Spike Carapace, which is actually kind of hidden in your Burrow Spike Carapace range. So it's a little weird. But the way the Carapace now works is you activate this, and then if your opponent like is on top of it, they get stunned immediately. It doesn't matter whether or not they like walk on top of it afterwards. As you can see here, like I can activate this and they don't get stunned. But it's about like, are they on top of it? Pew, get stunned. So it's pretty neat like that. But it's, I don't know, I actually kind of like the regular Carapace more. I gotta admit. But yeah, by the way, if you Vendetta out of it, you immediately get revealed. So even though like that again was a visual bug, they're still working on this. But he burrows back underground, but he isn't actually burrowed. Like, he's just invisible. So, yeah. That's one thing. Okay, wait, I wanted my techies. So, let me go ahead and get him over here. Now, OD is actually also somebody I wanted to show off. I need a Lina. Is that Lina as powerful as she is? Not quite. Let me drop that magic wand. Okay, good. So, these two Linas are exactly the same power level, right? They have the exact same items, they are on the exact same level, exactly equally as powerful. Now, they added in a new, level bots 5, give bots, item, ultimate, scepter, okay, there we go. But they added in a new effect to OD. So, before, you lost mana if you had Aghanim's, right? Like, the mana burn always connected, and you got a bit of an additional multiplier, and you got additional cast range and all of that stuff. They changed it, though, so now OD puts people into the prison after the ultimate hits, right? Now, of course, since the ultimate works based on a difference in mana or intelligence, we, by the way, gotta get some intelligence going before we can actually do this. But of course, it works based on a difference in intelligence, right? So the more intelligence I have, the more damage it deals. Now, the interesting aspect of this, though, is like, how is it treated, right? Now, let me go ahead and just drop one of these ultimates on the Lina on the right, right? And then I'm gonna drop a second one on the Lina on the left, and we're gonna see which one deals more damage. Because the question is, people get imprisoned. Did I explain that yet? But people get imprisoned now, right? Instead of just having a higher multiplier on it, people get imprisoned after they get hit by it. But do they take the damage after they get imprisoned? Or do they get the damage before they get imprisoned? So let me drop one of those on here. Didn't really deal that much. Is it the same amount or is it less? It's actually... No, that was... God damn it, you're too stupid. This guy isn't actually smart enough for this to really work. Let me go ahead and drop some of these items. I'm sorry. I tried to be prepared, but it's a bit of a mess, honestly, like working on a test client and trying to get this whole cheat. Because like I'm using like cheat here, right? It's a little complicated at times. You have to excuse this, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I'll drop one on the right. That's how much damage it deals, and then I'll get myself an Aghanim's and drop one on the left. That's how much that deals. So it is actually more, right? So the way this works is people get imprisoned, and then they take the damage. In case you didn't know this, by the way, you can imprison people and then hit them with the ultimate, and they still take the damage. So that's the way it works. And I think that's actually like quite a significant buff, because if you hit 3 or 4 people with that, you immediately get like 40 more intelligence. Actually, if you hit 4 people with this, you get 52 more intelligence. And it's gonna deal a lot more damage that way. So that's pretty interesting, right? Okay, I think for everything else I want to show you, I need to reload the game. Oh, right, one more thing, by the way. Everybody's talking about Aghanim's on Legion Commander and Bane. Now, the thing about this, though, is that it's not actually as simple as you might think. Because if you do this, right, this is, of course, the play. They fall asleep, and then they keep dueling forever. If you try to do this early game, they actually do take a little bit of damage. Right, this is not never ending. And even later on, right, you can see right here, both of these characters are very, very slowly dying. So the idea, of course, is that they're gonna keep dueling forever and never gonna die, but that's not true. This duel does not actually last forever. It just lasts a really long time. Like, this is gonna take them like an hour to finish, but that's probably good enough, right? Of course, you can simply get stunned out of it, or a teammate can just come in, you know. It's actually a bit difficult to end it like this. I don't think that's even possible. I don't think you can actually steal it that way. But of course, as Bane, you can just end it manually. It can also be funny and, you know, kind of just let them sit there for days, I guess. There are 2 more things I want to show you. Actually, no, wait, I forgot something on here. Ah, that's why I got that list already. Okay, where's my morphling? There we go. So another interesting question is, since you do not get the ultimate abilities, right, what about regular abilities? So, for example, of course, Lone Druid's got a Spirit Bear. Oh, Spirit Bear, pretty good ability, right? Pretty significant, too. What if I take Morphling, get that, and then summon myself a Spirit Bear? Oh, I got myself a Spirit Bear now. Do I keep it? Right, once my illusion here ends, do I just get to keep the Spirit Bear? Well, shit, I don't know. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I don't. But you still have a Spirit Bear for the duration. Now, the interest, this is actually a problem. This doesn't really work properly. I don't have control over the Spirit Bear. Maybe I can actually just put items on here like this. Yeah, okay. So the Spirit Bear now got an Aghanim Scepter, which is not the most useful item, but whatever. Now, if I copy him and cast my Spirit Bear, does he get an Aghanims? No. So this is actually not that powerful, right? Because the Spirit Bear doesn't end up having any items. It's just not that great. It's really not. Oh, man. So, another thing about this whole new patch, of course. Techies now has this Minefield ability. Or, well, he had it before, but now it actually does shit. Which is kind of awful, and I hate everything about it. But, yeah. Oh, by the way, one more cool thing. Oh, well, not so cool thing. But you can copy Techies and then just blow yourself up. And then, like, kill people. And then you copy him again, and you got the cooldown, and you blow yourself up. Yeah. So, but this actually has 105 seconds cooldown. But a thing you can do is you put down mines, of course, and then you put this on top, and then nobody can see it. And this is, by the way, what it looks like if he is on your team. Now, this is just a little bit of something cute, but of course the minefield usually has a very long cooldown of 6 minutes, right? So let me what the fuck this and put down one of these signs. There we go, 6 minute cooldown. Now let me go ahead and give mods item refresher. Or that should work. No? These are kind of weirdly named. There we go. Okay, so now of course the refresher has 195 seconds cooldown, while this has 6 minutes. So honestly, the smartest thing to do is just put down the field and then refresh right away. And now you can put down another. Now of course that's gonna replace the old one, so you can't have 2 active at the same time. But this still means that you don't actually have 360 seconds cooldown. Instead, you actually have 195 seconds cooldown, and you only have 15 seconds downtime as opposed to how many 3 minutes, right? So it goes from 15 seconds to from 3 minutes to 15 seconds, and of course the refresher isn't even that bad on techies, because like you don't mind having your cooldowns reset. Like Suicide Squad got a pretty long cooldown, and it actually gives you great stats. Like it gives you a lot of regen, and you can really appreciate that. So while I hate showing this, I feel like not showing it would be dishonest. But yeah. So let me just check if I got everything. Oh, right, I actually wanted one more thing. So, Glimmer, of course, is the new active of the Glimmer Cape. Right, let me go ahead and buy one of those really quick. Glimmer Cape. Yeah, thank you. Actually, I would like to what the fuck this again and refresh. Thank you. So, the Glimmer Cape is the new fancy item that turns you invisible, or an ally invisible, and then they can attack out of it, right? But they still turn invisible afterwards. And while it's active, they have 66% magic resistance. Now, the interesting question to me, though, is do they have that resistance only while invisible? So, strictly speaking, invisible? Or is it during the delay that they don't have it? Because it says, or it's stated on the patch notes, that while invisible, you have the resistance, not while not invisible. Right, so let's go ahead and just cast a... Yeah, she doesn't have an Agnes. Okay, cast a Laguna Blade on that dude. Right, Laguna Blade is pretty strong. And it's magic, right? It's currently magic damage. So that's how much damage a Laguna Blade deals. Let me go ahead and do this. And then start hitting her, and she Laguna Blades. Okay, 405 damage. Seems about the same. Right, that was about the same damage. Now, let me go ahead and get a gem. Cast this, and you don't attack. That gets reduced. So even though, right, even though you are detected, you still get the reduction. The only way you're missing out on the reduction is if you are actively breaking the glimmer with the 0.4 second fade time. Right, during those 0.4 seconds where the glimmer is not active, you take regular damage. But for everything else, you take just 66% less magic. So that's pretty cool. Right, that's a pretty cool effect, and I think that's kind of horribly explained. And another thing that's actually horribly explained, let me go ahead and head back, is... wait, what do I want to... Can I just drop this? No, not that. Okay, let me drop this. Another thing that I think is slightly horribly explained is the Moon Shard. So this is an item that a lot of people have been making quite the fuss over. Actually, like the biggest one people make a fuss over is Octarine Core, but we're gonna get to that in a second. So, the Moon Shard... Oh, wait, they're still dueling. Oh, for fuck's sake, just kill each other. Thank you. But... the Moon Shard, of course, is an item that gives you 120 attack speed and bonus night vision, right? You can also activate this to permanently gain 60 attack speed. Now, the thing about this is that, of course, if you activate it, you lose 60 attack speed, but you gain an item slot. Before, you didn't have that item slot, right? Like, because it was occupied by that item. So I can buy another Moon Shard now. So the Moon Shard now gives me an overall of 180 attack speed, right? But I can't use it on myself again. I can't use it on allies either, right? I just can't cast it again. It only works once. But... the item not stacking doesn't mean that the effect doesn't, like the attack speed doesn't stack. So as you can see, I've got 338 right now. If I drop this, I have 218. Now at the same time, I can also just go ahead and buy another Moon Shard. And now I have 458. This stacks. The only thing that doesn't stack is the active on yourself. Boom. So, two things left. I want to show off a little bit of something with the Mud Golems. And then we're gonna do the Octarine Core. And that should be it. But we need to close the game really quickly for that. Just trust me on this. It's weird. Like, I have no better explanation. It's weird. That's just how it is, okay? Just believe me, this is a thing we have to do right now. But yeah. So Mud Golems, of course, now have this new cute little thing. Wait, where's my Chan? Chan. I never played Chan, so I actually just don't know where he is. Oh, found him. Good. Okay, oh, that's the wrong ability, but let me just go ahead and level him up a bit. Give him some gold. Okay,
Everybody gets set.
Let's get some items. Okay, I would also like spawn neutrals, thank you.
Leap of faith.
So, of course... I forgot a blink dagger.
A pious path.
I'm not moving around without a blink dagger, fuck that. Okay. Thank you. So now we just need to find some mud golems. Oh, there they are, fantastic. So of course the way Chen usually works is you just go into a camp and dominate a creep and then hit him. Now if that creep dies, right, if I can't take that creep now and just send it into the enemy tower here. Meep mop.
In your name.
Come on, hurry up. Come on. Well, you can't just take that creep and send it into the enemy tower. And after it dies, it's just gone, right? Now, I guess we don't need to show that off. Everybody knows how that works. Meep mop. Now, the interesting thing about this, though, is that the mud golems, they have this ability, shard split, right? If they die, you get 2 mud golems. Now, the question is, do I get those, right? Do those become mine? They only last 60 seconds, but technically speaking, the creep I dominated still died. So let me just go ahead and take one of these and send him into the tower, right? And just have him die. I mean, you're gonna have to pay decent attention to this because there's really not much time. These creeps are usually pretty weak. Jen gives them 300 bonus HP. But boom. And I can control them, as you can see, right? But this is a super weak creep. The stun is still good, though. Like, the stun is actually amazing. It's an insanely good ability. If you take a look at the range of this, like, that's incredible. Look at this. Look at the range. Like, that's bonkers. Doesn't even have that. Well, it does have a pretty long cooldown, but you still get some use out of it. Now, the next question, though, is, right, Jen can only dominate 4 units. If he dominates more than that, his last unit dies. So let me just go ahead and dominate 4. So this right here is now the last unit I dominated. Usually, the creep just dies if I dominate a new one. See that? I got 6 creeps now, technically speaking, for 60 seconds, but I still got 6 creeps. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty damn cool. Okay, so that's basically that. Now, let me go ahead and quit out of this again. This is faster, just trust me. I spent far too much time on this, so just believe me, this is fast. Oh, man. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna take nukes. There he is. So. Go ahead and what the fuck this, and gold for enough, and level up, I would like...
Better get ready.
Thank you. So... First of all, I need my movement items. Like, this is how I always do this, by the way. I buy myself some movement items, and then just get whatever the hell I want. Okay. So, let me grab the Octarine Core. Now, this item is very interesting. A lot of people are already calling this broken. I think that's... Again, I already gave you my opinion on this. I think you should be waiting on... Like, you should wait for a while until you can really determine whether or not anything is broken. It took people 2 months to discover how stupid Troll and Sniper were. Just think about that, okay? The 6.83 had been live for 2 months before people started picking those 2 heroes. You don't know what's broken yet. You just don't, so shut up. But, the interesting thing about this ability is, right, it says spell lifesteal. Now, spell includes any of your abilities. Okay? Anything that's not right-click is a spell. So let me go ahead and spawn some neutrals. And also take some damage. Yeah, we want to draw up a little lower so we actually get to see the lifesteal effect, right? So if we cast this, if we activate abilities on creeps, you're gonna get 5% of the damage we deal in damage. Or in HP, right? So, let's go ahead and actually see what counts. Of course, we can't use the mana burn. I promise you mana burn counts this. But if I cast this... Okay, got some HP back, right? That seems reasonable. Vendetta. Did that count or did that not? No. But it shows the animation. Which is weird. I remember... No, did it count? No, it does. Okay, good. It's just not that much. Yeah. But Vendetta does count. Right, I just didn't see it properly. I'm sorry. But yeah, Vendetta does count, as you can see. It gives you like 20 HP. Of course, 5% isn't that much, but it's still a little. Now, it also reduces your cooldowns. And that's actually like probably the most significant aspect of this. And the cooldown reduction comes in quite huge for a lot of things. But I believe the most significant one is actually items. So it does reduce the cooldown of everything, right? This does include items. Does include items. So let me go ahead and unwhat the fuck this so I get cooldowns again. Yes. Usually a blink dagger has wait, that's the wrong item to drop. Has a 12-second cooldown, right? So if I get this, it now has a 9-second cooldown. Now something to keep in mind, by the way, this item actually shows like it immediately updates, right? So let me drop this again. 12 seconds, 45, 60, 50, 70, right? 23, 4, and what is this? 13. If I pick this up now, we got 9.75, 3, 17.25, 45, 9, and 33.75. So it immediately updates it. And the cooldown reduction is actually like really important. Like it's especially big for long duration, like long cooldown abilities. Something like Black Hole, which has 3 minutes cooldown, and you reduce that by 25%. That's actually really big. That's super significant. So yeah, Octarine Core is definitely really powerful, and I think it's actually quite insane that it reduces the cooldown of items. So I can actually, like, for example, get a Dagon, right? Okay, I got Dagon level 5, and it has now an 11-second cooldown. 11 seconds, and I get, you need to keep in mind, right, I get lifesteal off of my Dagon. I think, I'm not sure. Let me actually test that. I believe. Yeah, I do get lifesteal off the Dagon. 11-second cooldown lifesteal Dagon. Like, think about that. That's crazy. That's actually really powerful. Now, of course, the Octarine Core, don't get too hyped up over it. Is good item. I'm not trying to dispute that, but I'm also saying it's very expensive, right? And it doesn't give you great stats for its price. The effect is very powerful, but it's like the item itself isn't actually that good, apart from the effect, right? So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't really know what to call this, but I hope you did enjoy this video. And if you did, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. And I hope to see you tomorrow.